Today I will show you demo how to handle resource not found exception and unauthorized exception in Springboot with REST. So before we start demo, if you don't subscribe my channel, please subscribe it. As you can see, I have already developed an application. Okay, and first we will discuss about resource not found exception. I'll show you in demo. So this is the method get all employee. We are getting an employee based on ID. Okay, I'm getting the record from a database based on ID. So first of all, to implement custom exception, we have to create an exception class that will extends runtime exception. So let's create source not found extends runtime exception. I'm taking here one variable message to display a proper message to client. Let's create constructor here. Get us okay. Second thing what we have to do, we have to check here employee bean is null, then we will throw resource not found exception. No record found for employee ID. Okay. Now second thing, we have to create a one more class that will handle this exception. Here I have already created this class, custom exception handler. Keep in mind this should extend response entity class, entity exception handler class. Okay, why it should extend? Because it's a base class that provides centralized exception handling across all request mapping methods. Through exception handler method, so as you can see here, exception handler methods and controller advice is more for enabling auto scanning and configuration at the application startup. So let's create a one more method here that will handle resource not found exception. First, we have to create a method public response entity. Here we have to define object. Okay, because we are not creating only for one model. Okay, if I declare here like employee, then I cannot return object of other model. I mean to say class. Handle handling resource not found. Okay, here I'll declare exception handler resource not found dot class. So I'll also declare here resource not found exception. Okay, One more class I also have created in which I declared some property like HTTP status. This will contain a status, okay, and message and details. Message, whatever the message we will provide here. Whenever we will throw an exception in which we will, write some message, we will write this message as per the client requirement, okay, and detail, and like suppose I have to throw an exception, like in this exception, bad request exception. Okay, I have an employee class, okay, and I made a mandatory fields like employee name. Okay, here I just let me show you employee class. Here I used at the rate node mp. Okay, and when I'm sending a request, that means client is sending a request without the employee name. At that time, we will add this default message exception, okay, in this detail. And here I used a local date time. Let me create error response, error new error response. Get message. Here http status dot not found. And third one is I'm taking a list here in which I will set a details exception detail new array list. As of now, I just add get localized message. Okay, just pass here and return new response entity. This class error response class we are passing here, and we have to pass also here status code. We have to pass here status. Okay, let me show you. As you can see here, an object and HTTP status. Let's check. As you can see here, get employee, and we have to pass the employee ID also. Okay, let me pass employee ID too, then it will return the result. Oh, sorry, server is down. Let me start. Yeah, as you can see here, employee ID to employee name and address. Oh, then that means record is existing in a DB. Now I'll pass here 9. Then you can see here response is coming, a bit proper error message. No record found for the employee ID 9. Okay, whatever the employee ID will pass, you can see here. So next one, unauthorized exception handling. For that, actually I have already created a method. Like, I just create a method validate user. Okay, provide the path validate user, and I'm using a at the rate request body. Basically it's find a request body to the model object. Okay, this one, employee. What I'm doing here, I'm just checking here. Actually I'm not using Spring security. So as of now I just doing like hard coded things, like just checking an employee name. If it's not an admin, then sorry, you are not an authorized user. So we will throw an exception. I just create a class that extends runtime exception. Here one property message, and inside this exception handler we have to create one more method also. So what we have to do, we just have to define here unauthorized exception dot class. Here unauthorized exception and unauthorized status code. Okay, let's see. In request body I'll just pass here emp name. Suppose I'm just you know, passing here user employee name. Just click send button. Sorry, I just forget. Add here validate user. Now, you can see here status is unauthorized. Timestamp at what time this exception are raised, and whatever the message we provided in controller. Sorry, you are not authorized user. So this is all about resource not found exception and unauthorized exception. If you like my video, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching my video.